What's up YouTube? I recently purchased a ISOBooth from qcacoustics. I got it for practicing the saxophone. I live in an apartment, so it's I don't want to disturb my neighbors. But I still want to be able to play full volume without disturbing them. So I've gotten this booth here for practice. I'll go through what specific details are of the booth I got, as far as the different foam thicknesses and dimensions, and then I'll give you a play test of it as well. And finally, I'll go through also all the equipment I've added to it as well. Alright, so we'll walk over a little closer to the booth. Here it is. Here's how it looks on the inside of the booth. It's a 4x4 with 4-inch applied acoustic foam. I've applied some here on the door as well. You can see there. I'm able to fit my 3 saxophones underneath. Put my keyboard in there. It's a Kai 61 key keyboard. Got a small Yamaha MG 6X in there with my 22 VSL. So I have a 2-channel set up there. And then I have my iPad, so what I'll do is I'll run like a track off my iPad into channels 2 and 4 on my soundboard, and then mix that with my saxophone when I'm practicing. Some of the modifications I've done is I've added lighting underneath this table so I can see when I'm putting my saxophone on and off the stand. And I've also added lighting underneath the computer, and then underneath the soundboard and digital converter so that I can see my faders easily. I added this wall mount music stand, saves space. It's also removable. This has a LED rack of lights that it came with. I actually placed the thing upside down. You'll notice there's a black edge at the top, and the main reason I did that is because it was blocking too much of the light. I also added that came with the booth, but I added a strip of lights in the front here. I don't always use these, but if I'm recording with my GoPro there, then I can use this. I have a Velcro piece here that I can go stick up across the top. It makes it much quieter having foam on all 4 walls as opposed to 3. It's significantly louder inside the booth. It does actually also improve the outside sound characteristics. So that kind of goes over the whole booth. The booth has got about 6-inch total foam, so it's got a 4-inch applied foam, and then underneath that there's a small layer. I don't know if it's like a 1/2-inch foam, and then the walls are like 2.5 or 3 inches of foam in between plywood. So there's 4 walls, and you can take those apart. I got the casters, so with the casters you can see my ceiling's 8 feet and it just barely fits in here. So if you have a shorter ceiling, you're not going to want to have the casters. A couple other things, just using a Beta 98 Shure microphone, like a stage mic for now. Later I want to get a better mic setup. This has been working well. It's very dead in the room, so I tend to always play with this, and then I add a little bit of reverb on this Yamaha soundboard. But one final thing to note is it does have a ventilation system. It's a closed system, kind of induction type thing, where it has 2 fans cooling the outside of a pipe going through the outside there. It does get warm in here, so having this is good. So that kind of goes over the overall setup. So if you have any other questions about it, just drop comments and I can always let you know. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick playtest comparison with the door open and the door closed. That concludes my review of my ISOBooth. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. If you're interested in more content, please subscribe. Thank you.